You know, after hundreds of hours, thousands of hours, I've never finished a Warhammer army. Why is that? These bloody things. Banners. Banners. Banners, mate. They're everywhere. Banners really intimidate me because they're so big. They're so important. They take up so much visual currency. When you look at an army, you can't help but look at them. And I want mine to be cool. But you know, I've got a solution, I think. Maybe a bit cheeky, but I've got one. Okay, the subject to our experiments is this guy. A little bit worse for wear, honestly. He's like an old 2nd edition. I don't know, maybe Rogue Trader, Space Marine. I don't really know. But he's got this big banner pole, and we can work with that. I think realistically, I just need to kind of change my philosophy that anything can be a banner. My friend Alphonse, he taught me this cool secret freehanding technique, which he used to paint entire tanks with beautiful imagery. And it turns out it's very easy to do, but we've got to find the perfect image. Okay, I think I found an image. This one. It's kind of chaosy, but that's okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but the rain's really picking up. But I found this one's quite cool. I mean, that would make a nice banner. That could even be a banner too. In a more modern issue, kind of sick. All right, let me chaosify this guy real quick. And now we need to commit a crime. It had to be done. So I have some old cardstock here. We're just gonna glue it. Make sure it's stuck on very well. Now, if we weren't absolute animals, we would be using a little craft knife, but I've lost mine, which is unfortunately a regular occurrence. Take your time, you know, this isn't going anywhere. Look, you know, also this doesn't have to be perfect. We want it pretty good, but like, don't hold yourself to an unreasonable standard, you know? So now that we have this lovely little cutout, we need to make it look like we did it. Because we're thieves. And the way to do that is we have to color match some parts of the banner and like paint in, you'll see. So now, first of all, let's tackle these edges. Okay, then we'll do the back. Now, with our mixed color, we're going to match it to the printed color on the banner. And just like speckle it on there like you were an actual painter and you painted this. And this was lots and lots and lots of work. But remember, you're still a thief, okay? Even if this looks good, all right? Now we're also just gonna dot this onto the painting a little bit too. Add our own highlights onto the painting. We're gonna ruin it, but this is nice texture. This gives the illusion that we've done something. Now we're gonna do the same with black paint. Okay, I really need to get some new supplies. Okay. In the black bits, you just add black. Also, how about a little bit of felt tip pen action? We'll just refine some of these lines a little bit. They kind of got lost in the printing process from 1990 whenever. So now that this is dry, we're going to apply a secret weapon, Mod Podge. Mod Podge is going to tie it all together. Just going to like go in and we're going to do like little fake brush strokes. Okay, are you ready? I've also painted up the miniature. Ta-da! It's kind of cool, huh? It looks pretty convincing. I also went ahead using that other page. This one I didn't even have to paint on because the print quality was so high. It just looked good, and I added texture and stuff with Mod Podge and weathering. Okay, so I've officially taught you to steal. Let's make something else. I've got two candidates here. I just kit bashed. The banners are made out of brass rod. This is a toothpick. These are like all the different, like this is corn.
This is a Chaos God. This is Slanesh. This is also a Chaos God.
And you want me to make a banner?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Trent's art tutorial for non-artists. This is how to make vaguely aesthetic things with no actual ability or talent. I made this banner. This is for my Cult of the Possessed warband. My warband has like this one eye motif, so I drew kind of a sick eye in a chaos star. I made this banner for my fishmen. Now I cheat a lot. I use symmetry, which means when I draw something on one side of the page, the computer automatically makes it on the other side of the page, which means it's very easy to make aesthetic things because symmetry is like kinda aesthetic. People dig it, and it gives the illusion that you're much more talented than you really are, in all honesty. Anyway, I just made some garbage, but let's look. A time lapse of how I made this. Okay, so you really see how I'm just finding my way through this process. I'm experimenting. I'm not afraid to make mistakes or, I'm filling voids just as I create them. This is sort of like, I'm sort of sketching, but also producing the final product at the same time. It's really just finding my way, feeling my way through what I'm trying to create. It's a very fun and very liberating way of making stuff. I'm kind of just jamming through the process. Eventually, when I get to a point where I'm like, hey, this is kind of sick, it takes a lot more time because I start refining lines and really getting my silhouettes in order, my negative and positive space, trying to add clarity to the image, and that's really what takes the majority of the time.
Okay, do you want me to show the camera first? This is what I've done. I don't know if I went a bit overboard.
That's really fun.
So, oh boy, have I been experimenting. First of all, I've been printing on tracing paper. And this is the result. It's like the translucency, you can see the banner pole behind it. This is... I'm going so weird with my warband colors, having some sort of like extra textural element to the banner, I think goes a really long way. Transparency, really good. So the reason why this sheet has so many prints of the exact same banner is because to get the color that I was looking for, I actually had to print over the page twice, which means there's going to be a lot of alignment issues. So every single one of these images actually aligned slightly differently to the one next to it. So by chance, I should be able to get one that looks pretty good. I've actually been compiling a bunch of different banners that I've designed, my friends have designed, my beautiful partner's designed, my friend Elle's designed, and they're each from different projects I thought might be useful. I put this together as like a little zine that I could give out at conventions and stuff. But while I was away, I actually had a better idea. What if, I have a Discord server by the way, what if I open up a channel you can exchange banners you've made in? There you go. So you can get my banners there and hopefully other people's if you want to swap. If you don't want to be weird like me and you actually want your banners to have a bit of color, I really like contrast paint. I use a little bit of it on my brush and just start painting where it's white. Now you can get a bit of water on your brush and you can really smooth it around just like a watercolor. Mate, if that isn't bloody cheating, I don't know what is. So this is a little tip that I got from my friend Tyler, $1 Billion Clown Farm. He's done a fantastic video on making banners. Just set it on fire a bit. Just like you're making a treasure map when you're a kid. So to make these two banners, I used White Dwarf magazines. Once upon a time, White Dwarf was really, really, really cool, which makes these kind of collectible. But the newer ones, people just kind of give these away. If you ask your local community, they'll probably help you out. Also, you can find books like this from the secondhand shop really, really cheap. So you chuck this on a banner. That would be sick. And a book like this is just filled with already perfectly banner-sized pieces of art. What a sick banner that would be. so much potential. The prints in these sorts of books are so good. I think that's it. Thank you very much. Consider subscribing. Thanks for all the support. It's been incredible. I don't know what to say.